Before the calendars flip, before the goal setting, the promises, the pressure to do better next year, I want to invite you into a pause. Because if you've moved through perimenopause or menopause this year, your body has been working overtime. It's been adapting, it's been relearning balance, letting go of old rhythms and experimenting with new ones, sometimes clumsily, sometimes quietly, sometimes very loudly. You may have felt frustrated. You may have felt surprised by the symptoms you didn't expect. You may have questioned your body in ways you never had before. And yet, here you are, still listening, still learning, still showing up for yourself. Today's episode of MenoSpark is not about fixing your body. It's about honoring what you've lived through this year, recognizing the progress that doesn't always get credit, and setting intentions for the year ahead that feel supportive instead of demanding. This episode is a breath out, a closing chapter, and a gentle bridge into what comes next. Welcome to MenoSpark, the podcast that helps women reignite their spark through perimenopause and beyond, focusing on holistic health and wellness. I'm your host, Allie Thies. I'm a board certified sexologist, menopause care provider, integrative wellness coach, certified in integrative functional nutrition, and your go to guide for navigating the wild, weird, and wonderful ride that is midlife. If you're new here, welcome. Be sure to hit that follow button so that you never miss an episode. And if you're returning, thank you for being a part of this amazing community. If you haven't yet joined 31 days of free resources for menopause and midlife, today would be a good day to do so. Today's 29th, so you only have a couple more days to pick up all these freebies that have been going on all month long. If you haven't yet, the link to join is below in the show's notes. Do it right now. Hit pause on this, do it, fill it out so that you can get these resources. You can't you can't want to skip free. Free is good. We like free. Now, today we're talking about your year in review, honoring your body, celebrating progress, and setting intentions for the year ahead. We often talk about menopause symptoms as inconveniences, things to manage, reduce, or eliminate. But symptoms are also communication. This year we explored cold flashes, which reminded us how sensitive your stress response and internal thermostat has become. Sleep disturbances, which slowed which showed us how deeply your hormones, nervous system, and daily rhythm are connected. We've talked about joint pain, which asks for recovery, strength, and inflammation support instead of pushing through. And we also talked about digestive changes, which revealed how stress, pacing, and nourishment affect your entire system. This is just a drop in the hat of what we talked about starting at the beginning of 2025. So if you've just joined and started listening to this podcast, I invite you to go back to the beginning and listen to the episodes that make sense to you. Why? Because each of the symptoms we talked about, they've had a message. All right. Cold flashes, for instance, weren't just about temperature, they were about regulation. Sleep disturbances weren't just about rest, they were about safety and nervous system balance. Joint pain wasn't just about movement, it was about recovery and support. Digestive issues weren't just about food, they were about rhythm, stress, and slowing down. None of these symptoms mean your body is failing. It means, guess what? You're recalibrating? Recalibrating. There we go. And recalibration does take time. One of the hardest things about menopause is realizing that progress doesn't always look the way it used to. In earlier seasons of life, progress might have meant pushing harder, seeing faster results, maybe achieving a visible change. But menopause progress looks a bit quieter. It looks like noticing patterns instead of feeling blindsided, understanding triggers instead of fearing them, recovering more quickly from flare ups, making adjustments without spiraling into self criticism, trusting your body instead of battling it. If this year you learned when to rest before burnout, what foods help or hurt your energy, how stress shows up in your body, that consistency matters more than intensity. You know what? That is progress. Even if your symptoms didn't disappear completely, even if some days still felt hard, progress in menopause is about relationship, not perfection. Before setting intentions for the year ahead, there's an important step that often gets skipped: release. Menopause is a season of discernment. It asks you to notice what no longer fits and to stop carrying it forward just because you always have. This year may have shown you that it's time to release pushing through exhaustion, right, Gen Xers? Comparing your current body to your past body, focusing routines that no longer support you, expecting consistency from a body in transition, and maybe having guilt around rest, food, or boundaries. The belief that discomfort means failure. Letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means making room. Room for steadier rhythms, room for different expectations, room for a kinder relationship with yourself. Instead of resolutions, I encourage you to set gentle, regulating intentions, intentions that your body can actually sustain. Ask yourself, what does my body need more of this year? Rest, structure, nourishment, movement, or support? Where do I need to slow down instead of speeding up? What symptoms taught me the most this year? What kind of support have I resisted but might allow next year? How can I make wellness feel simpler instead of heavy? Your intention, Lord knows, it doesn't have to be dramatic. It might be protecting your sleep, eating regularly, moving gently but consistently, reducing stress where you can, asking for help sooner, creating more space in your days, because menopause responds best to small, steady commitments. So, for your spark action of the week, before the year ends, I invite you to take 10 quiet minutes and reflect. Write down one, one thing your body asked for repeatedly this year. Two, one way you supported yourself, even imperfectly. Three, one habit that makes a positive difference. Four, one belief about your body you're ready to release. Five, one intention you want to carry into the new year. There are no right or wrong answers. Okay, this is about acknowledging the relationship you're building with your body, one based on listening instead of control. And of course, if you need more support, if you want to start 2026 on the right foot, please, I'm here for you. I have the Thrive Menopause coaching experience, which is 6 months of coaching, private coaching. We have the menopause appointments. It's like a 30-minute session with your doctor. We have the Unpause Menopause Wellness Audit. If you're new to menopause or unsure where to start, this one time audit can send you down the right path. Visit menopausewellness.co to explore your options. Whether you want a deep dive or a single session, there's space for you. If there's one message I hope you carry with you into the new year, it's this: your body is not working against you. It's communicating, sometimes softly, sometimes loudly, but always with the intention of protection. You don't need to overhaul your life. You don't need to chase an old version of yourself. You don't need to earn rest, nourishment, or care. You simply need to keep listening and responding with kindness. I'd like to thank you for being a part of MenoSpark this year. Thank you for your willingness to learn, reflect, and to care for yourself during a season I know that asks a lot. I hope to see you in the new year with fresh conversations, steady support, and a deep respect for the season that you're in. And if today's episode resonated with you, I see you. I've been there, and I promise there is a way forward. You don't need to walk this road alone. You are worthy of healing, connection, and joy. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Substack for daily menopause insights, holistic tools, and new ways to support your spark. And if no one's told you this today, let me be the first to say it. You are fabulous. Remember, you're not alone on this journey. Until next time, keep that spark alive. You deserve it.